Alrighty, let's do a walk around of the 2014 Mercedes E-Class Wagon. It's kind of an unusual animal in that mid-sized station wagons, especially in the luxury sport category, are few and far between, particularly luxury sport wagons that are based on a rear-wheel drive layout that have a V6 engine or bigger. In this case, you can get a V8. Pretty much, in fact, the only vehicle that you can still get that's like this, that's comparable to this in the U.S., is the Cadillac CTS, which is available, of course, in CTS V form with a 550-something horsepower V8. The Mercedes ups that with the E63 AMG wagon, which with the new S package is pushing almost 570 horsepower. And it's actually probably more than that. The performance of the car is phenomenal with that engine. 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, or about 4 seconds. But anyway, the mainline product is this model with the V6. Comes paired with a 7-speed automatic and with mandatory all-wheel drive. And that's one difference between this and the CTS, which is available in rear-wheel drive as well as all-wheel drive formats. One thing that's kind of interesting / unusual / hard to fathom, in my opinion, about the E-Wagon is that, at least initially right now, as of fall 2014, Mercedes is not offering the excellent 2-liter turbo diesel BlueTech engine that's available in the sedan version of the E-Class in the wagon. And in my opinion, it would be a natural fit in the wagon. The wagon's inherently a more practical vehicle. You'd think that being able to get 42 miles per gallon on the highway, as you can get in the E-Class sedan, would be that much more appealing in the wagon. But nonetheless, the gas V6 is a nice engine, 306 horsepower, 0 to 60 in about 6 seconds, very potent, very strong, and just a really nice car overall. Let's take a quick survey of the interior. Here's the second row. You've got a nice ample back seat here, and of course the main feature, the pièce de résistance of wagons. You've got this really nice big cargo area back here, and I like, by the way, that while this car does have an automatic liftgate, it doesn't force you to use the liftgate. You can, if you have the strength, manually just open and close it like you would a normal wagon. It doesn't have that tedious, really super slow, Clover-esque, extra careful, for safety first, slow motion close that you find in a lot of cars with power closers. Anyway, you've got a lot more room here than you would get in something like the BMW 3 Wagon, which is the only wagon that BMW still sells in the US. They no longer sell the wagon version of the 5 Series or the 7, not in the US. You can get the so-called GT, which is basically a hatchback, and doesn't have anywhere near the room that you get in a conventional wagon layout like this, which of course has a taller profile. And see how easy it was for me to just close that? Of course, if you're not a big tall geek like me with long arms, you can just push the button and it will automatically close for you as well. Let's have a look at the inside. Personally, and again, this is subjective, and your mileage may vary, I think that the E-Class has one of the most attractive interiors, maybe the most attractive interior of any car in this class. It's just a nice combination of tones and textures and shapes. It's not overwrought, it's not over the top. This is a high-end car, and yet doesn't have an overwhelming array of mice and gadgets and buttons to fiddle with. Let's start the car and I'll show you some stuff. I like the chronometer style gauge cluster again, very self-explanatory, nothing that you really have to puzzle over. The car has a stock type. Older people remember the 3 on the tree. Is it going to shriek at me because I don't have my sheet belt? Hold up, no, I guess not. Okay, anyway, it's got a 3 on the tree style stock shifter, but really it's not like a 3 on the tree. You don't have to pull it down, pull it up, pull it forward, pull it out. If you can see the little numbers there on the stock. To get drive, you just, there you go, that's drive, just tap it down. To get park, just push this park, and that's it. Easy peasy Japanesey. Couldn't be easier. You've got 2 modes for the 7-speed automatic. You've got Eco and Sport, and probably people who are watching this video know all about that. In Eco mode, the transmission shifts a little bit sooner and a little bit less aggressively to get you into top gear. This is a 7-speed. A little sooner so as to improve mileage, and when you push it into Sport, the shift points get a little bit more aggressive, a little firmer. Throttle tip in. What happens when you push on the gas pedal, it reacts a little bit more quickly. I like this scrollable type mouse that you've got here, and I really like this old style dial type. What they've done is to incorporate the look of an old style radio dial. You can see it'll go like that. So you've got the dial, but it's digital, so it combines the old and the new. And to get it to change various functions, you can see up here you've got your upper menu, up here you've got your lower menu. You just kind of move this mouse down, for example, info, and then left, right, to get it to do what you want it to do. Something that's really interesting about this car, actually a lot of higher end cars, let me show you. If you see this little world globe icon, that's your online access. Let me scroll over to it, push on that, and scroll to it, and see that internet favorites. Okay, you click on that. Well, let me get it to click on that. Create a new favorite. Okay, now you've got the menu bar, and using this keypad, you can type in a URL, for example, epautos.com. And it's got Wi-Fi, so it can connect to the internet. You have limited ability to do things, of course, because it's a car and they don't want you surfing the net while you're driving. But nonetheless, you can access websites, download stuff, emails, and so on right here from your car, which is pretty neat. Also, like just little stuff here, I really like the toggle style controls that they have for temperature, fan speed. Very intuitive, large, easy to touch and use by feel. This car has the really big two-piece panorama sunroof back there, which is extra nice. And something that I mentioned in my review that I'd like to show you if I can, I'm going to pan the camera around the car. The E-Class has a lot of glass area, and the door tops are relatively low, so the glass seems even larger, and the visibility all around you is absolutely superb in this car, really excellent. Take a look around. And I think that's about it. I've got the rest in the review, which is up at epautos.com, along with some new Clover videos too, showing some Clovers who can't manage to stay in their lane, and some Clovers who pull out in front of people and then slow down, creating a Clover conga. So hope you'll stop by the site, read the review, leave your thoughts, pro or con, let us know what you think, and we'll catch up with you next time.